What is Hotoke-sama? The Buddha Shakyamuni. Have you ever wondered what the word Hotoke-sama means? It's a Japanese word, of course. But if someone asked you where it comes from, many of us might struggle to answer. The Buddha and Hotoke-sama. Buddha comes from the Sanskrit word meaning the awakened one. In Chinese, it was translated as Fatuo, Buddha, and when Buddhism reached Japan, it became Hotoke, Bu. The suffix sama is an honorific, like in Otu-sama, father, or Okyaku-sama, guest, expressing respect. But Hotoke also carries another meaning in Japanese. It can refer to the dead. You may have heard the saying, when one dies, one becomes a Hotoke. In Buddhism, the Buddha is not a dead person, but in Japan, the idea that the dead become Hotoke took root. Perhaps it reflects the belief that when a person dies, they attain enlightenment and become a Buddha, what we call Jobutsu, or becoming one with the Buddha. The folklorist Kunio Yanagita suggested that the word Hotoke may have come from Hotoke, a vessel used to offer food to ancestral spirits. If that's true, then Japan already had its own form of Hotoke-sama before Buddhism arrived. In other words, before it was linked to the Buddha, Hotoke meant a revered ancestor spirit. When stupas containing the Buddha's relics were introduced to Japan, people may have understood them as shrines for powerful ancestral spirits. The word Hotoke-sama thus seems to blend the Indian Buddha with Japan's ancient reverence for the dead. There are other theories about the origin of the word Hotoke. Some say it comes from Futoke, meaning the house of the Buddha. Others trace it to Hotokeru, to be untied, or to be freed, symbolizing liberation from worldly desires. Another theory links it to an old word for fever, Hotohorike. No single theory is definitive, but I find it convincing that Hotoke originally referred to the honored dead, long before the teachings of the Buddha took root in Japan. The historical Buddha of India. The Buddha, whose real name was Gautama Siddhartha, was born around the 5th century BCE as a prince of the Shakya clan in India. He grew up in luxury, married young, and had a child. He was, in every sense, a human being, full of vitality and desire. One day, he left the palace and saw an old man, a sick man, a corpse, and a wandering ascetic. Confronted with the realities of aging, illness, and death, he realized the impermanence of life, and renounced his royal life to seek the truth. After years of severe ascetic practice, he sat beneath a Bodhi tree and meditated deeply. There, he attained enlightenment, awakening as the Buddha, the awakened one. He gave his first sermon at Sarnath, known as the turning of the wheel of Dharma. His teaching was a path to understanding the cause of suffering and transcending it. In his final days, he entered peaceful nirvana at Kushinagar. His life itself was the path of awakening, a journey beyond suffering. The spread of the Buddha's teachings. The Buddha's teachings spread through his disciples. To the south, they became Theravada Buddhism, emphasizing individual enlightenment, flourishing in Sri Lanka and Thailand. To the north, they evolved into Mahayana Buddhism, which reached China and Japan, focusing on the salvation of all beings. Later, new traditions like esoteric Buddhism and Zen emerged, returning once again to the pursuit of personal awakening. Faith in Shakyamuni in Japan. In Japan, the image of Shakyamuni Buddha changed with the times. In the Nara period, he was revered as a protector of the nation. During the Heian period, esoteric Buddhism rose to prominence, and the central figure became Danichi Nyorai, the cosmic Buddha, while Shakyamuni's presence faded somewhat. By the Kamakura period, devotion shifted toward Amida and Kannon, and Shakyamuni gradually took on a more supporting role. The poet Yamanoi no Okura, in the Manyoshu, portrayed Shakyamuni as a compassionate father. He wrote that the Buddha said, "I love all beings as I love my own son, Rahula." Even a great sage feels love for his child, so how natural it is for us ordinary people to do the same. In Okura's time, people felt Shakyamuni not as a distant deity, but as a living, human Buddha. Visiting Shakyamuni in Japan. In Kyoto's Sagano district stands Seryoji Temple, home to a statue said to preserve the original Indian image of Shakyamuni. A serene temple surrounded by quiet hills, about a 15-minute walk from Jure Saga Arashiyama Station. Asuka-dera in Nara enshrines Japan's oldest Buddha statue, known as the Asuka Daibutsu, a true origin point of Japanese Buddhism. It's about a 10-minute walk from Kintetsu Asuka Station. Kofuku-ji, the head temple of the Hoso school, venerates Shakyamuni as a symbol of wisdom and reason. Located just 5 minutes on foot from Kintetsu Nara Station. And in Kyoto's Kaiko-ji Temple, the Joroku Shakyamuni, a massive seated Buddha, is affectionately called Joroku-san. About a 10-minute walk from Tofuku-ji Station.
When I was a student, I often visited a local temple called Shaka-in. Its principal image was Shakyamuni Buddha, but the most popular deity was Yakujin Mayu, the guardian against misfortune. Every year, a grand fire ritual was held on the cliffside grounds, drawing crowds by train and car. I once joined that ceremony, and watched as an ordinary suburban neighborhood transformed into a sacred place of faith.
Ending. Japanese people seem to intuitively distinguish between kami, gods, and Hotoke, Buddhas. When Christianity arrived, God was translated as kami. When Buddhism came, Buddha was called Hotoke. Perhaps this difference holds the key to understanding Japan's unique view of the divine. Someday, I'd like to explore more deeply the relationship between kami and Hotoke.